Good afternoon and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is SATAL time on this wonderful Tuesday morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. It is just a great place to be in the virtual skies of DCS. That's right. That is where we are today, just finalizing some stuff. We got started a little bit late, so just finishing some stuff and getting it ready to rock and roll. Gold League 4v4, the Motley crew taking on Harpia. So how did these teams fare in their last matchup since we are in match 2? We've already gone through match 1. Well, match 1, Harpia took on Outer Haven and took them down. The Motley crew lost to VTAF or VTAF. So Harpia is definitely on the up and up. They have not lost yet. Is your background different, Maltar? No. I think it's the same. Nothing's different. I don't think, unless there's some creepo standing behind you that I don't know about. No, nothing's different. So these guys are flying in Caucasus. Same mission location that we saw yesterday. It's going to be Makeup taking on Mineral Voti. But again, this is Gold League 4v4. I had said or thought that we would have a 2 for today, a doubleheader. But one of the matchups did not take place, so we just have this one. And then we'll talk about what's going on tomorrow on the beautiful Wednesday, the hump day for SATAL tomorrow. But today, Gold League 4v4, Harpia against the Motley crew. Let's get it going. Boys and girls, we are in the pit. Currently looking at Harpia at Mineral Voti as they take active. And I saw Motley Crew had some liveries, but I do not see them in the sim. And I have re-downloaded the mission file from the Google Drive, and I do not know what is going on. Maybe they just haven't put on their liveries yet, but I feel like I have been letting down the Motley Crew with their liveries. It has been a pastime of mine, evidently, to just screw over TMC, and I don't know why. I'm not entirely sure what's going on, but they do not have liver. Oh my gosh! Tail went a little bit into the ground, a little bit concerning there, a little bit of desync. Oh dear, Tail. Sometimes when that can happen, they can warp into other aircraft in their position and just blow up. So I'm glad that didn't happen to Tail. Glad it was just a little sheepy-deeby. Bouncing around a little bit. Shift out of reverse. What about Bob? Yeah! Sometimes you forget to take it out of reverse, and you floor it, and you go the wrong way right through the garage. I don't know why I said that, because if you were going the other way, you go into the house. So that doesn't make a lot of sense. Does it? But a lot of the stuff I say doesn't make a lot of sense, so who can fault me? But this is what the mission location looks like today. Mineral Voti taking on Makeup. Motley Crew out of Voti. No, Motley Crew out of Makeup, Harpia out of Voti. This is the same mission location as we saw yesterday. I do not know why your skins are missing. I don't know. You think you just don't like the TMC skins? I do. I don't know why they're not here. They should be here. I installed the livery pack a couple days ago. It should be here. I upload it or I update it like once a week, so I don't know why they don't show up. DCS gods do not like it for some reason. Have you unzipped it? Well, yeah, because look, Harpia's work, so I don't know why that one doesn't work. I have no idea. Dude, it's always me screwing up. It might be double zipped. Well, I don't think so, because Harpia's works. You're victims of bullying. Well, that is definitely what you should say. I mean, you just got to go down the pipe and say, anything wrong, I'm being bullied. I am the victim. Please help me. These guys are taking active. It is Harpia taking on TMC. Let's look at who is flying in today's matchup. Harpia being represented by 2 16s and 18 and a good old Mirage. So we got Fiber, Olaf, Overg, and Brand. 2 16s and 18 and an M2000. And then taking a look at the Motley crew, we got Dauber in the 16, Kingston in the 14, Centurion in the 18, and good old Tail in the J11. So total mixed bag for TMC. They're only going to have 2 contributors to the link, whereas going back and taking a look at Harpia, they will have 3. So a little bit different approach for both sides, but we're just going to have to see how they get on with that. TMC is definitely going to have the range advantage with the Tomcat, but they brought the piddly Mirage, the baby, the little guy. Brand, oh, I do have him. It just doesn't work on that one. Look, they do work. It just doesn't work on that screen, on that particular machine. So I did work. I made it work. It just doesn't work on that monitor. Does it work on one? Yeah, look at that. Look at that. They do work. So I'm not a total lost cause, TMC. It's just this one camera that doesn't work. Well, let's take a look. We got to find Brand. Where's Brand? Where's Brand? Brand. No. There he is. Just sitting down. He must have connected late. Where's his compadres? There they are. So they're already taken off. Olaf is leading the way in the F-16, followed by the other F-16 from Fiber. And then Harpia's Overg is going to take off third in the F-18, and then Brand is going to depart fourth. So TMC, your liveries work. It's just this one machine. I'm going to have to look at this one, camera 2, that doesn't work for whatever reason. But let's bring up the overlay. So we're ready to rock and roll. Harpia, Overg, Fiber, Olaf, and Brand. 2 16s and 18 and a Mirage. Centurion, Dauber, Kingston, and Tail. An 18, a 16, a 14, and a J11. They are all taking off, getting ready to rock and roll. Mineral Voti taking on Maycop in this best of 3 Gold League 4v4. I love that we've got a ton of different aircraft. Thank God the Mirage icon isn't broken. That would be sad, wouldn't it? That would be sad. Kingston departing for the Motley crew. Let's check out his loadout. I'm going to assume it's going to be 3 or 6 Phoenix in the 2 bags. It is indeed. Now that teams can take 6 Phoenix, they're like, Tald? No. Aim 7? No. I'm going to take the big boys. And they all take the big old Phoenix that might as well be the size of your grandma's sedan into battle. I do love the Motley Crew's liveries. I love the liveries that teams are putting together for SATAL. It is just awesome. It is a sight to behold. What is Brand doing? Brand, you need to turn your plane on. Oh, it's going. It's going. Just not very loud. But it's there. Just a baby quiet Mirage. It's very quiet. The roller skate is rolling. It's not very loud at all. There it is. A little loud now. Well, let's take a look now at Tail and everyone else and see how everybody is getting on in this Maycop against Mineral Voti matchup. 3 aircraft left early for Harpia. Brand is going to be late, and Brand is actually doing a taxiway takeoff. Look at this Chad maneuver. Not even going to the runway. Screw you, tower. I'm going here, now, and wherever I want. And here goes Brand. Lucky there was no traffic. Just kidding. There's no traffic anywhere in DCS except for the guys that already departed. This might as well be a ghost town. Nobody's alive in all of the Georgian countryside. Everyone is dead. These are the only guys still alive fighting for supremacy of the air in this 4v4 matchup to the death. But Brand is now in the air. Going back to TAC view, we can take a look at how far he is behind. He is separated by the trailing other member of Harpia, which is going to be Overg, by 15 miles. So he's got a little bit of catching up to do, but if there's an aircraft that can do it, it is the Mirage. Is that a football under on the Mirage's rondel? I don't... Football? No? I don't see a football. You guys? I don't see one anywhere. Not sure what you see. Anyway. 4 aircraft in the air for TMC. Let's take a look at how they're coming in their formations. They've got a lead 2 ship, Dauber, and they're flying so close I can't even tell. Who is that? Tail in the J-11 and an F-16, and then trailing in the middle of Centurion, and then Kingston in the way back. Why do they take the F-14s in the back? Why? Lead with them. You're gonna launch early. Why wait? Lead with that bad boy. Lead with the cat. I don't understand that, but I haven't flown in a while, so maybe there's a lot I don't understand. Going over to look at Harpia. Fiber and Olaf are leading the way. Overgy in the middle, and then Brand in the back. So very like formations. A little bit more of a separation going on for Harpia, but they've got the lead 2 ship, the middle, and the trail. It won't work. What won't work? Leading with the Tomcat? Sure it will. You don't even have to shoot. But there's no point in shooting from way the hell back here when your missile has to fly all the way past your lead. If you're going to shoot, you might as well be in the front. Why be in back? That doesn't make sense to me. Daddy Moltar? That's right. That's the only reason I think they need to be in the front, because if you're going to shoot, it's going to fly all by your wingman. You might as well be in the front anyway. Shooting from the back makes no sense to me. But that's me. Olaf and Fiber. We got to get some stuff going here. 17,000 feet, 16,000 feet for them. Overg, 13,000 feet. And Brand in the Mirage coming in late. 35,000 feet. How do you bring up the Tomcat up ahead if they are in a mill power the whole time? Well, don't be in mill power. Be in gates. Then you're faster when you shoot. Dauber and Tail, 25,000 feet. Dauber, 24,000 feet. Centurion, 24,000 feet. And Kingston, 35,000 feet. So TMC is definitely a bit higher than Harpia. AIM-54 out from Kingston. Just saw that come off the rails. On camera 3, there it goes, up, and away, and it's going to pass Dauber. That one's probably coming at Olaf, so we'll throw him on another camera. He's going to be the lead combatant. I think he saw it launch because he is already defending that AIM-54. Love it. Probably using that FOV zoom, sees the AIM-54 come off the rail, like, nah, I want nothing to do with that. Has already dumped a lot of altitude down to 3,000 feet, already in a preemptive notch, trying to get away from that Phoenix, and it doesn't look like that Phoenix is tracking. It wants to be a satellite. It's still climbing 34,000 feet, coming up, or 54,000 feet, 55 now, Mach 4.5, and Olaf is home safe. Now, missile off from Fiber onto Centurion. Here in the middle, here is that AIM-120 as it takes off towards Centurion 6 miles away. He is cold, Centurion's cold, Tail is cold, and Fiber is cold as he drags a 120 of his own. Checking on Fiber after that little launch there. Yeah, he's okay. Still has 5 sticks left. Center line still on his jet. At least I thought it was. Can't tell. Nope, he's got rid of all of his tanks. Yesterday's first round was over in 5 minutes. Indeed, it was. This one, I don't think it's going to be. This one, I think, is going to take a bit longer to get over. Dauber now dragging a 120 in that TMC livery. 3 tanks still on his jet. Just saw another one, AIM-54 come off from Kingston. Back in the back, Dauber going to split screen. That's not the right one. This is the right one. There we go. So Dauber defending a 120 from Overg. Kingston, meanwhile, putting out the AIM-54 onto either Overg or Olaf. So here is that AIM-54 as it comes in from 8,300 feet, 2,100 knots, and accelerating. It is a Mark 60. Kingston looks like he's got all Mark 60s on his jet, but I have said that before and been wrong. So Overg now running away from that AIM-54. Is that AIM-54 even tracking? I don't know. So the AIM-54 that I think is tracking Overgy is in the upper right corner, and none of these AIM-54s have tracked. None of them. Just saw a missile come off from Overgy. It's a 120. That's going up to the north onto Dauber, who is still trying to run away from that AMRAAM at Mach 0.5. That thing's causing him massive amounts of problems. And now down to the south, we've got an exchange coming between Olaf and Centurion. Olaf here defending. Centurion's going to be on the other side of the split screen right here. Both these guys trying to run away from exchange 120s. We've also got a 120 coming in from Fiber onto Centurion from the south. So nobody wanting to overkit. Missile launches are coming from right around 10 miles or slightly less. Overgy now trying to come down and support Olaf. Dauber's still having massive problems. You can see him on the TAC view. Let me zoom that out so you can see him. Dauber's still having problems defending these 120s that don't want to give up the ghost. Now we've got a 120 coming off from Fiber onto Tail. Tail in the J11 is going to have to defend. He's got his air brake out. Interesting. Not sure why the board's out. Does he know the board's out? Tail, yes, he does. He brings it right back in. I guess he was just afraid that he was going to run into the ground. AIM-54, another one out from Kingston. That's going to be 3. And again, she doesn't track. So, Harpia doing a phenomenal job of trashing these AIM-54s as soon as they come off the jet. None of them have tracked after they've come off of Kingston's F-14. We've got another one, another AIM-54. This is going to be AIM-54, I think, 4. And this one's going maybe to Overgy. Here it is as it comes in. And she is cruising on to Overgy. Overgy, going to be on camera too. Here we go, Overgy and the AIM-54. Is it tracking, trying to pull up? It's going to go into the ground. It's going to go into the ground. There it goes. Invisible fire, ethanol fire. Ground's on fire, but we can't see it. So Harpia doing a freaking-tastic job of taking the F-14 totally out of the equation. Are those in PD? Does he have a Rio? I have no idea. Kingston, do you have a Rio? You're probably here. Did you have a Rio? But this is how everything looks right now. Almost everything has come off from the F-14 Matra, now coming off of Brand's jet. Here's that Matra, and into the ground it goes. So lots of missiles going into the ground. Matra, oh, and I missed it. What happened? Brand got schmammered. Brand got schmammered by the J11. We're going to have to watch that one on TAC view here. All right, so TAC view. I thought I was going to see something, but it was a little late. So Brand comes in against Tail. R77, how close is this? 3 miles. Brand tries to notch it. Nope. So we saw his Matra going in the ground from Brand, but he gets schmammered all over the Georgian countryside. He is gone. Takes one to the dome. First blood TMC on Harpia's Brand. So TMC coming off the loss from VTAF. Harpia coming off the win from Outer Haven. TMC finds themselves up 1-0 or 1 kill to 0 over Harpia so far. Let's jump back into this and continue. Here we go. Get my bearings here for a moment. Now we've got a 2-ship of Olaf and Overgy coming against Centurion and Dauber. Try and put everybody up on this one. Overgy 2, so we'll go to tri-view so we can see everybody. So Olaf in the upper left, Dauber in the upper right, and then Overgy in the bottom left with, of course, TAC view. Here, missiles being exchanged everywhere. AIM-54, that's got to be one of his last ones. Last AIM-54s, and that thing, is it going to track? Is it finally going to do something? No. No, it's not. It might be trying to hit Fiber. Looks like it's still guiding. Oh! And then I just saw a missile impact. I am just terrible on the cameras today. Olaf tangs down Dauber. Now going up to check out Olaf as this AIM-54 continues to try and run down Fiber. Olaf now recommitting. Olaf coming back into the fight. So we're down to a 3v3, 120 off from Olaf onto Centurion. Missile from Centurion onto Olaf. Fiber also having to defend. Centurion needs to be careful. Going to Tri-View so we can see everybody. Fiber trying to go in, launches another 120 out. Oh, and then Fiber gets schmammered by a 120. Or excuse me, Olaf gets hit. Fiber now launches onto Overg. Overg here on camera 1. So Fiber is looking at Overg for some reason. I don't know what's going on there. But Fiber trailing Overg might be coming in on a Tail. Tail now looks to be merged in his J11 with Overg and Fiber. Aim 54 off now. Can't tell who that one's going to be on yet, but a multi-pronged merge. We've got a missile off on Tail. Impacts Overg. Fiber now in front of Tail. Fiber gets taken. Oh, and then Tail gets taken down. Everybody dies in really short succession. Team kill, I think, is at caused something to happen there, but we had 3 people die. So Overg died, Fiber died. Fiber killed Overg, Tail killed Fiber, and then Kingston killed Tail. So there were 2 team kills. Is that right? There was so much stuff happening in such a small area here. So we got started. Let's go back through everything. We got started with Tail and Brand. That happens down here to the southwest. Tail and Brand get hit. Now we've got Olaf and Overg. Ooh, look at that. Centurion launches on Dauber, but it misses. Interesting. Okay. So he gets very lucky there. Recognizes it's a friendly. Dauber recommits. Gets really lucky that missile doesn't track him. Recommits. Then we've got Olaf takes down Dauber. Olaf's still alive. Aim 54 misses Fiber. Very close, but it gets away from him. So we've got a 3v3 now. Okay. Multiple 120s out on Centurion. Tail launches an ET at Overg. That goes into the ground. No factor. We lost somebody from Harpia. Olaf, I think Olaf ripped his wings off. I think that's what ended up happening there. Olaf ripped his wings off, so he's dead. Now a 2v3. Another ET goes into the ground. Fiber recommits. Kingston launches onto, that looks like it's on Overg. No, it's on, it picks up Tail. Look at that. So Tail takes down both Overg and Fiber, and just for good measure, gets hit by a friendly telephone pole right in the behind. What reward does he get for that awesome contribution? What better could it be than getting killed by a teammate? So the only thing the AIM 54 does in this entire match is kill a teammate. I mean, it contributed quite a bit by forcing in the defensive, but the only kill it got was on a friendly. That's not how you want that to go. So Kingston takes down Tail. Tail makes it rain in this engagement. Could have very easily gotten out. R73 off gimbal onto Fiber. It's 2 73s, actually. So 73. Oh, he actually didn't take down Overg. Fiber did. That's just really unlucky. Really unlucky. But I think he would have died to the 73 eventually, and then the 73 comes off at 45 degrees onto Fiber, and then Tail dies. So that's the end of round 1. TMC, what a mess that round was, but TMC takes it after a cluster and goes up 1-0 over Harpia. We will be back with round 2 here in just a minute. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. After that short break, we are back. Harpia against TMC, the Motley crew. Mineral Voti against Maycop. The teams have switched sides. Harpia now at Maycop. TMC now out of Voti. And TMC, after a really messy round from both teams, comes out with 2 pilots remaining. Both teams committed at least 1 fratricide. So we saw the AIM 54 take down Tail, and then we saw, who is the one from Harpia? We saw somebody from Harpia get taken down, and I think it was Fiber getting taken down. But the Mirage, Pernov says, was useless. I don't think anybody was useless. it was just really unlucky. You know, he came in an engagement head on. The problem is the J-11 can carry actives, the M2000 cannot. So when you're getting in close, the J-11 can launch and immediately have to defend. But the Matra that comes off, or the Super 530, I don't know if it was it a Matra or a Super 530? I actually think it was a Matra. So the Super 530 is semi-active, so it has to be supported the entire way, which is a real downside to the Mirage, and probably a reason that he launched that heater instead of the Super 530. Bringing up the overlay here. Pilots taking part in today's action. Looking at them again. Harpia, 216 Fiber and Olaf, the 18 from Overgy, and Brand in the Mirage. Meanwhile, Motley Crew's got Dauber, Kingston, Centurion, and Tail, 16, 14, 18, and J11. So these guys sound like they're spooling up, getting ready to roll, bringing up the overlay so we can rock and roll with them. Here we go. So J11 Tail did really, really well in that last round, almost having 3 kills. He got 2, but almost had 3 in the J11. We don't see the J11 very often, but this shows that the J11 is a force to be reckoned with from TMC. Overgy and Brand now rolling. Kingston now rolling the F-14. So did the F-14 have an impact? Maybe. It really forced Harpia on the back foot. That's definitely a possibility, where they were having to defend and worry about incoming AIM-54s. Now, did it play a role in getting kills? Absolutely not. It had a negative effect. Its only kill being a friendly kill. Will it play a role in this one? Maybe. It really needs to, I think, in order to solidify the match victory for TMC. Does Harpia have it in him to come back and send us into round 3? Absolutely. Does TMC have it in him to clutch it out and end it in 2? Definitely. But that, I think, is going to be crucial, or the crucial part of that is going to be, will the Tomcat show up for TMC in this one? If it does, lights out Harpia. So these guys are inbound, checking out the TAC view as they come in here. Separation between these two airfields is about 130 miles. Shoutouts to Zelfer for gifting the 2 gifted subs, 1 even being a tier 2. Much appreciated, brother. He resubbed a couple days ago. Thanks for hanging out with us here on the show. Reminder, Harpia is 1-0. TMC is 0-1 currently in the standings. Pilots to watch, I think, in this next round are going to be Tail, Kingston, and Fiber are the ones that I would watch, because they were really in the most advantageous positions and can have the most overall impact on their perceived sides. Now, Brand in the Mirage is also one you should watch out for. Will he play a role, or is it just going to be a lost cause in the Dorito? I don't know. Harpia, can somebody from Harpia tell me why you took the Mirage? Just because that's what Brand wanted to fly? You're at such a detriment in comparison to virtually everything else in SATAL. So Derby says it's what he wanted to fly. Okay, we take the flanker because I want to fly it. Yeah, but the flanker can make some stuff happen. I'm not saying that the Mirage is a bad jet, and I'm definitely not saying that Brand is a bad pilot. What I mean by that is that the flanker can carry 10 missiles. It's a big jet. It's got, you've got data link from AWACS. It's just it's got the ability to make things happen. He didn't want to fly the Viper. Okay, all right. I can't fault him for it. It just didn't make a lot of sense for it. Looks like Fiber doesn't fly in round 2. No? Olaf, Chuck, no. Chuck came in. Okay. So no Fiber in this one. Chuck came in for round 2. Because we're Motley. I gotcha. It makes sense. Yep, Motley got to be asymmetrical. Dude, they're asymmetrical all the way across the board. Everyone flying a different aircraft. Everyone. And then ruining the liveries for me, I'm blaming you guys. because you're Motley. And that's the only thing I can say is that it's not working because you're Motley. M2K can be useful. It's not all about sticks. Oh, absolutely, Raven. I'm simply saying that in comparison to the other jets, its force multiplier ability, I think, just isn't as great as the other aircraft that we see in the sim that are used in SATAL. That's all. That's all I'm saying. It's definitely a great aircraft. I'm simply saying that in comparison to the other jets, I don't think it's as useful. You've only got 4 sticks, so you got to make them count. Sorry about that. These guys are continuing to ingress. Kingston again is in the back for TMC. Chuck and Olaf on the other side are going into preeminent notches at 22 and 14,000 feet. Overg in the back, 28,000 feet. Brand further behind him is going to be at 27,000 feet. Tail, 20-some. Dauber, 28. Centurion, 26. Kingston, 36. So I really like Kingston's altitude. He's over Mach 1, 36,000 feet. I really, really like this. If he's able to maintain this, launch, turn around, extend, come back in, maintain the airspeed, and make it rain, AIM-54s, Harpia is going to have a damn hard time as this match continues to unfold. The launching parameter for the Tomcat being fast, being high, makes the Phoenix that much more deadly going into this. So I'm really looking forward to that as this continues to unfold. AIM-54 now off from Kingston. That one looks like it's headed out towards Olaf, so we'll pick up with Olaf in his preeminent notch. Here is Olaf down low in his F-16, still having 6 sticks and 3 tanks on his jet. AIM-54 actually may be on Brand, so we're going to put these guys on split screen. Olaf on the right, Brand on the left. Olaf's at 7,000 feet, already in the notch. Brand, 17,000 feet, still maintaining a hot aspect towards the AO. Kingston has dove down, way down, from 38,000 feet to 5,000 feet, but he's very fast at Mach 1.2. Now he's decelerating as I think he's come off a blower and is on mill power. So Brand has got this AIM-54 and it's diving. It's on Brand. It's flown over Olaf. It's diving on Brand's location, and Brand is not doing anything. Brand, wake up. Brand, where are you going? There he goes. He's defending now missiles at Mach 2. Can we see it yet? It's going to be really, really close. He's diving away. I don't see it. There it is. 1 mile away. Missiles now down to Mach 1.3. So he aggressively oh, it gets, wow! That thing got really close. Brand got damn lucky in that scenario, getting away from that AIM-54. That thing, as Nick said, just wanted to reach out and grasp him in its loving, explosive embrace. That thing was close. Brand, you are damn lucky you are not dead. Dead. But Brand lives. AIM-120 now up to the north onto Chuck. That's going to be from Centurion, or, well, it's from Centurion because an AIM-120 does not come off the J-11, which is what Tail is flying. But Brand got very lucky getting away from that AIM-54. Chuck driving away from Centurion. Tail now picking up, and we've got a missile off from Kingston in the F-14. Again, that AIM-54 is going to be at Olaf or Brand again. And they're the southern 2 ship for Harpia. So going back to look at Brand, Brand is recommitted. Olaf has also recommitted. So this is the 2 ship. Not sure which one it's going to be on. I misclicked there. Here's that 2 ship. Looks like it's on Brand once more. Olaf defending. I guess Olaf saw it, but Brand is going to be the one with the missile warning, I believe. Missile coming up, Brand. Missiles at Mach 3, 8,500 feet. Brand, no, it's on Olaf. So it's flying by Brand in the Mirage. It's going to be tracking Olaf. Olaf's got it in a notch. It's going to be on his tail now, somewhere back there, but it's far away enough away that we can't see it. Brand now defending against an incoming AIM-120 from Dauber. And now up to the north, we have Centurion launching a 120 onto the 2 ship of Chuck and Overgy. So something I'm noticing here is lots of missiles out from TMC, not a whole lot of munitions coming out from Harpia. So 120 coming in on a Chuck. Chuck thought about recommitting, but got the missile warning and has broken away, not wanting to commit into that fence post. And that is not an exciting song. Olaf and Brand now having recommitted for Harpia onto Kingston. Kingston's the only hot contact for TMC. Olaf also hot. Olaf is also hot here for Harpia. So we've got Brand and Olaf hot. Brand now turning away. Aim 54 again. That's going to be out from Kingston. And we're getting closer, and the Aim 54s are going to be more and more deadly as they close the distance. So this missile, this Aim 54 is going to be on the F-16. It's going to be on the Brand. And that's a 120 off from Brand in exchange. Another Aim 54. Is Olaf going to get away from this? The 120 is actually from Olaf. Oh! Notches it, gets away from it. Great notch from Olaf, but he's got a second one. He's got another Aim 54. Oh, it actually got driven into the ground, so he's able to get away from that one. Great job by everyone involved there. 120 trying to run down Olaf. Olaf's going to be in the center camera. I think he's going to have the energy to be able to get away from it. No problem there, I don't think, for him. Tail, meanwhile, has got a couple 120s coming in on his location. Can we get Tail? Here is Tail in his J11. What does he have left on his jet? He's got 277s, an ER, 1 ET, and 473s as he drives away from those incoming 120s. Olaf also still dragging a 120. 120 flying by Brand's jet as Brand tries to make something happen here against Centurion. Brand is going to be a couple miles behind Centurion. See him back there 4 miles in trail. Dauber now coming in against Chuck. Dauber just launched a 120 onto Chuck. Chuck waits to get a 120 off of his own. Here is Chuck. We're going to ride with him because he's going to be the late launch. And Tail, one of those 120s is going to be on Tail. Is he going to be okay? Going to split screen. Where are they? They're back there. 0.8 miles. It's trying to come around on Tail. 0.8, 0.4. They're both right there. Chaff. And he just out-energies them. So they get close, but not close enough to make contact. Tail does a great job of bleeding those things out of energy. Well done, Mr. Tail in the J11. Now, going over to take a look at Overgy as Overgy has recommitted back into this engagement. Overgy, your lights are on, brother. And Overgy is carrying all the missiles into this engagement. He launches onto Dauber, launches a couple 120s. I like the wait between launches on that. Launches a couple 120s onto Dauber. Dauber waits to get a 120 of his own off. But Dauber, I don't think, has the energy to get away from these incoming AMRAAMs 1 mile away and 1.5 miles away. Half mile, imminent face mile, maybe 0.1, and goodbye. Slams into the horizontal stabs. Pausing so we don't miss anything because I think things are about to kick off. Olaf defending an Aim 54 from Kingston. Can we find it? It's here somewhere. Where is it? There it is, half mile away. So we've got an Olaf puddle, possibly, from Kingston's Aim 54. And Olaf also looks like he launched onto Centurion. So I'm going to play it. Here we go. Missile coming in on Olaf. There it is. And we've got a missile coming in on Centurion. So Olaf goes down, but is it from the grave? Closing, 0.7. And goodbye, Centurion. Centurion gets railed. So people dropping like flies now. Tail dragging a 120. But Kingston finally able to get on the board with his Aim 54, but we're down to 2 pilots for TMC. It's Kingston and Tail, the F-14 and the J-11. Putting these guys on screen to see if they're able to make anything happen here. It's a 2v3. They've got plenty of weapons left. Well, that's the last Aim 54 out from Kingston. And that one looks like it's going to be on... I can't tell who it's on, but we're going to ride along with it. So here it is. Here's that Aim 54. Closing the gap. Multiple recommits out from multiple people. Brand has tried to notch it. This one actually looks like it's on Chuck. Chuck's 4 miles away. This thing's still under boost. Just comes off its boost stage. Tracking Chuck 2 miles away. Closing. Chuck, get into a notch, brother. Half mile. And goodbye, Chuck. Chuck deleted, and Kingston's able to equalize us at 2 apiece. So now we've got the 2-ship of Tail and Kingston. ER off from Tail. That one's going to be on to Brand. Brand trying to defend. Not notched perfectly. And Tail demolishes Brand. And now Overg is the last one left. 77 out from Tail onto Overg. Misses him. Kingston closing in the F-14. Kingston 1.5 miles away. Kingston's only got AIM-9s left. Launches an AIM-9. Overg doesn't see it. Goodbye, Overg. So from a deficit, 2v3, TMC able to come back. Tomcat and J11, Tomcat and Flanker. The team that could brings back the Motley crew from the brink and takes down Harpia. Great job by everybody involved. That match really could have gone either way. But, man, we're going back to TAC for you to see how this went down. These guys, Kingston didn't show up in round 1, but 3 kills in round 2 for Kingston and the Tomcat. AIM 54. This is going to be the first. No. Yes. So, Overg takes down Dauber. Dauber just doesn't, he's not fast enough to be able to outrun these AMRAAMs. Needs to recognize, I am slow, I need to notch, but he doesn't recognize that until it's too late. Tries to notch, not going to happen. AIM 54 then finds Olaf from Kingston. He goes down, so that ends up being an exchange. 3v3 now. Olaf, from the grave, though, took down Centurion. So casualties, Dauber and Centurion for TMC, and Olaf for Harpia, but we're at 2v3 now. I love that Tail and Kingston regroup, recommit together, right? So they're recommitting together. And Brand recommits by himself. Harpia's downfall here was the alone recommits. Everybody's just kind of recommitting on their own. Overg's still cold. Chuck gets very unlucky that the AIM 54 flew over everyone and found his aircraft, but Brand then recommits by himself against a 2-ship, and that's something you should never do. Don't commit against a 2-ship, especially when you only have semi-actives. ER slams into Brand. Now it's a 2v1. R77 forces Overg defensive. Tail does an excellent job of notching that 120 Charlie, and then Kingston comes in and finishes him off on a recommitting Overg. AIM-9 to the face to close out the match. Oh, we got to talk about this real quick because I've been forgetting to do these. Boom. So top 3 stats, Kingston 3-0. So he came down from not doing really anything in round 1, gets 3 kills in round 2. He took the match on his back, said, guys, I'm sorry about round 1, but really made it work in round 2. Tail had 2 kills in round 1, 1 kill in round 2. The kill in round 2 when it mattered there against Brand at the very end. And Olaf from Harpia with 2 kills, but unfortunately 2 deaths. So Kingston, man of the match, even though he did get the friendly kill. Really, it's Kingston and Tail. They're about even. We'll give them a negative on the Fracture side, okay? So these guys are about even coming in there. Next match is going to be tomorrow. And it's a single match. Grim Reapers taking on TFS 81. So GR TFS 81 is going to be tomorrow. And then Thursday is Toro Squadron against Task Force Trident and Cobra Squadron against LAO. I don't know if that match is happening. We'll have to see. And then Friday is Harpia against TAW. So tomorrow's match, Grim Reapers against TFS 81 in Gold League 4v4. Get ready. That is going to be tomorrow. What a match. What an ending. Coming back from down a man, 2v3, TMC able to take it over Harpia. Congratulations to everybody involved, and well flown by Kingston and Tail. Good job, and hopefully I can get the liveries for you guys fixed on that third camera. I'll work on it. I will work on it. But until next time, guys, tomorrow, 1700 Zulu. We changed to the daylight savings time. Grim Reapers against TFS 81. Stay safe in those virtual skies. I'll see you guys next time. See you later.